farm, family, community. This is Midwest Farm Weekly.
Good morning, I'm Elaine Wells, and welcome to Midwest Farm Weekly. In your Conservation Corner today, the U.S. Department of Agriculture is setting aside up to $50 million as part of the Climate Smart Commodities Program. I spoke to one of the recipients, Edge Dairy Farmer Cooperative, about how this money will be used.
We can have a healthy environment and healthy farms too. They're not mutually exclusive. We can have both. And I think what Climate Smart is going to do is really empower farmers to use the data on their farms and use the continuous improvement activities they do every year to really document the improvements being made on farms. Because people who have with an interest in food want to know. They want to know where their food came from. They want to know how it was raised. In the past days, you would think that's a little scary. You know, we don't want everybody knowing everything we do, but we have nothing to hide. I mean, dairy is such a sustainable and such a wholesome and nutritious food source, but also the way it's raised is the same way. So we're going to have a pathway for farmers really to kind of tell their story, document the improvement, but also hopefully monetize it. At the end of the day, how do we as dairy farmers in the dairy community monetize and get some benefits from being so sustainable and climate friendly? So this is a pathway for farmers to get involved at all levels. And at the end of the day, of course, as I said, monetize this advantage. Because again, we have a lot to be proud of. We have a lot to tout. And I think that's a great way to leverage ourselves in the marketplace today.
The funds from this grant will be used to accelerate projects.
It's not prescriptive. We're not going to tell farmers you have to do this. Every farmer is going to have that opportunity to kind of talk about what they want to do. And where I think we'll come in for Edge and for Farmers for Sustainable Food is to give them the tools they need to succeed. And also give them the documentation that's important that they can go to their processor, because their processors are getting all these same questions from their customers like Nestle, Hershey's, and some of the big CPG companies. They all want to know what's so special about your cheese plant and your milk shed. Now we'll be able to connect the dots and hopefully see greater returns for our farms.
The money will give even more farms access to the research and improvements already in trials.
We have many groups throughout the state and throughout the upper Midwest have already begun this journey. When we think here at home, here in Green Bay, we have Peninsula Pride Farms in the Kewaunee County and Door County areas. They've already begun their journey. So I think just working with some of the established groups, we have them in Sheboygan, we have them in Willamette County, Lafayette. I mean, throughout the state, we have groups that have already started. And I think we're over 250 farmers are involved with sharing information about their farms and being involved in these projects. So you don't have to look too far from home to find a way to get involved. But again, I would say reach out to those groups, reach out to us, or talk to your processor.
Giving farmers a pathway to share their story and the potential to make lasting change.
But the key for everything is farmer involvement. Get involved in local politics, get involved in state politics, get involved in national politics. We need their involvement. We're a shrinking demographic. So it's important that we work together to really formulate those policies and be able to leverage and communicate those policies to policymakers. But again, it starts at home, it starts at the local level. So we don't want to miss that step.
The initiative goes beyond dairy to involve other commodities. You can see a full list of partners in this project online at wearegreenbay.com. Head to the Midwest Farm section. You'll find it under the News tab. Wholesale egg prices are on the decline and consumers are starting to see some relief. While the prices jumped fast, experts expect the price decline to take a little longer. Eggs hit a record peak around $5.43 on December 19th. Today, that number has dropped to $2.61 for 12 of them. That's a 52% decrease. A historic outbreak of bird flu disrupted the egg supply last year, and with the demand on the decline since the holiday season, those prices are starting to become closer to average. A 4-H club in Kewaunee County created a new flavor of ice cream for Cedar Crest. This summer, you will be able to sample Cowlick ice cream at parlors across the state. The flavor was dreamed up by the Pilsen Skylighters of Luxembourg. It features chocolate-coated pretzels, fudge pieces, and caramel swirled into vanilla ice cream. I'm proud to be the Cloverbud leader for this great group of kids. The annual contest is open to 4-H clubs in the state of Wisconsin through a partnership with the Wisconsin 4-H Foundation. The Pilsen Skylighters 4-H Club will be treated to an ice cream party and awarded a $500 prize. Judges will have their work cut out for them at the upcoming United States Championship Cheese Contest. It's held at the Rush Expo. Cheese made in New London by Ellsworth Cooperative Creamery is vying for a title. Adam Prill and John Freeman are here with a closer look at their products. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Let's start with an overview of Ellsworth because you have a lot of different homes in Wisconsin.
Yeah, so the Ellsworth Cooperative Creamery is a 110-plus-year-old cheese-making cooperative. We started in Ellsworth making butter and doing eggs primarily. In about the 1970s, we transitioned to cheese. We're most famously known at Ellsworth for our cheese curds. We also have facilities in Menominee, and of course, New London. In Menominee, we make block cheese. In New London, we make our processed cheese.
Speaking of, that's what we're seeing on these plates here, a lot of different flavors. My goodness, you've gone beyond that like individually wrapped single situation. Your processed cheese has a lot going on.
It does. Today we've brought different cheeses that we've entered in this year's contest.
Okay.
Our members spend a lot of time crafting the delicious products that we make. So starting over here, we have our white easy melt.
Okay.
That type of cheese is usually used in restaurants for cheese sauces or things of that nature. Next is our smoked cheese or our pizza cheese. Traditionally, it's just going to be shredded and put on pizzas, restaurant type things. This cheese is new to us this year, developed out of market research, is our elote jalapeno cheese.
Okay.
And this is our pepper jack cheese, which previously has won this contest.
Wow. We'll talk about entering those contests. Certainly it's fun. It's good bragging rights. It's a pat on the back for your team. What does it do on the marketing side of things?
Sure. So really, when we're talking about cheese for contests, it's obviously a big badge when we perform well in these contests. So it's a badge for our farmers who produce the milk that really starts the entire process. But it's a great badge for our members who work in the facilities to show the craft and the artisan that they put into making those cheeses every day. So it's really fun for them to see the fruits of their labor be rewarded.
The flavors that your team comes out with, I had not seen the dill pickle curds yet.
Okay, that's our newest flavor.
Okay, that packs a punch. You have some hot curds over there.
Yes.
Right?
Second place at the National Milk Federation Producers for flavored cheese curds.
Okay.
The hot can be a challenge for some people, but that one really does well.
You certainly mentioned the farmers that you guys work with. How important is it to build that relationship and be proud of it?
Some of the quality cheese that we make and championship cheese that we make starts with the quality milk that our member producers produce every day. Without that, it makes it very difficult for our teams to succeed and make this high quality cheese.
I've seen your name though pop up, specifically the New London plant, quite frequently on awards. What is it like when you get to tell your team, hey, remember that cheese that we entered? We won.
It's a big win for our team, right? The dedication, the resolve that team has, the amount of time they put into formulating those recipes and refining their processes, it's a big win, right? They are really proud of it.
So the big question is, how do we shop? I know a lot of this ends up in food service, so we eat it maybe without even knowing it, but how do we track down your products?
Sure. So we are in most of your major retailers. You'll find us in Festival and Coburn's, within the Cub Foods chains, things like that. Of course, I would encourage everyone to stop by our factory retail stores. We have one in Ellsworth and we have one at our new facility in Menominee. They carry all of these cheeses, particularly if you're looking for our New London products. That's going to be the best place to purchase those. You can also go to ellsworthcheese.com where we offer all of these cheeses and we'll ship them right to your front door.
I have to recommend the garlic cheese curds, but we always get them on a road trip and my family's like, can you buy gum too? Like the next time to go with the garlic curds. All right, good luck at the contest. We wish your team very much luck. The U.S. Championship Cheese Contest is the nation's premier contest for cheese, butter, yogurt, and dry dairy ingredients. This year, the public is welcome to observe the preliminary rounds of judging at the Rush Expo, which is across from Lambeau Field. You can head there Tuesday, February 21st, Wednesday, February 22nd. Then the champion will be named on Thursday in a live stream event.
All right, let's start this forecast off and talk about what we normally expect in February. The average high temperature is 29. We've been spoiled a little bit this month with temperatures already around the 40-degree mark or higher. we usually get about 1.2 inches of liquid precipitation. That is both rain and melted snow together. The total snowfall on average is 12 inches. Now we're a little bit behind this year so far. For the season, we've tallied up about 2 feet of snow, 24.5 inches. Average by this point is 34.4, and we are actually behind not only the average, but we're behind last year, what ended up not being that snowy of a year, 30.6 inches. So we certainly could use some more. Now let's look at the GFS model, which runs us out about 10 days. And there's going to be a lack of snow around Milwaukee and south for a week and a half's time. Now you're seeing a little coloring here in northeast Wisconsin that could point to maybe some snow being brought in Tuesday night into Wednesday, but we'll have to wait and see. Coloring like that, just don't get your hopes up. It looks like only half the state will see some accumulation during this time. Temperatures, though, will feel more and more like spring as we progress through this weekend and into next week. Around 40 for Sunday and then 43 on Tuesday next week. It looks like a little dive down, and then we'll be recovering again for the following weekend, mid and upper 30s once again. Now, this is the 8 to 14 day outlook, so this is right around the end of that forecast period we just saw. The Climate Prediction Center putting us in a gray category, probably right around normal is what we're expecting, with some of the warmer temperatures being around the East Coast and below normal temperatures around California and the Four Corners. Back here on Midwest Farm Weekly right after this.
Well, Jeremy Hansen here from Fox Valley Tech with another segment of Life on the Farm. And joining me today is Clint McLaughlin from Midwest Market Management. Clint, thanks so much for joining me today.
You bet, Jeremy. Thanks for coming out.
Yep. And we were talking about 2 years ago on similar subjects, but first I want to ask, what's your role with Midwest Market Management?
Well, Midwest Market Management is a commodity brokerage firm specializing in farm marketing and producer risk management. We also sell crop insurance, and we utilize that as a tool to help also put a safety net under producers as well.
Right. And what I really wanted to talk to you today is, old crop commodity prices. They look pretty nice. And why are they so nice, I guess? That's my question.
Yep, we have managed to keep prices pretty firm here. Not as strong as we were last year, but some of the hype and enthusiasm is out of the market from the whole war saga. So markets are still firm. I think a lot of what's really holding us on here, especially in the corn market, is Argentina production. They have been very dry down there, have started getting some relief, but I feel like the market's just going to keep a premium in it until we get a little more confidence in the Argentina production. A lot of the Argentina corn production, we haven't even started planting it yet. It's only about 14% planted at the moment, so there's still a lot of growing season ahead of us down there.
Right, so a lot of uncertainty then.
Correct.
So has China been an influence in any of the markets lately?
Well, China has done a lot of work to source corn other than here in the U.S. They have been making agreements to purchase a lot of Brazil corn, but even with that happening, we're still holding strong here with prices in the old crop.
So, looking forward to new crop, 2023 crop, are there some opportunities for to locking in some prices right now?
Well, 23 is definitely going to offer its challenges this year. As we both know, cost of production is incredibly high this year. So that is a big concern. And while prices are good, they're not tremendous compared to cost of production. So that is a bit of an issue. And we're looking at some profitable levels now, and a guy would really like to lock a lot of that in. The downside is that we're a long ways away from Argentina production being a give me in the bag, and certainly the U.S. crop is in front of us. It just creates a lot of opportunities if there is any crop adversity, and there still is a lot of dryness west of the Missouri River. So, there's a far cry from saying that U.S. production has to be huge this year. So until we see some confidence in that, then, I think markets stay somewhat well supported here.
So what are some of the tools in your toolbox that you're using to help farmers and growers lock in some prices?
Well, it is February, so we are putting our average in right now for the crop insurance prices, and there are a lot of crop insurance products out there that can be commingled with your marketing plan. So first step is build a strong foundation there. We are making sales for new crop, either already have made sales, or for guys that didn't get there, we're pushing them along as well, trying to get at least 25% sold at these profitable levels. And for guys that are looking to get a little bit more aggressive, then we're going along with selling even more than 25%. But we do like to look at possibly some different options that maybe could leave some topside open if we get aggressively sold, because we are still in an environment where if we were to turn droughtish this year, you know, these markets can react so quickly and so swiftly that we could be back to $7.50 corn, and we just don't want to leave that much on the table.
Right, and it's always interesting to have these discussions, and you know, we do not know what the weather is going to be, and we do not know what the prices are going to be, so we just got to protect our bottom line where we can. Clint, thank you so much for your insight today. I really appreciate taking a few minutes out and talking with me.
You bet. Thanks for coming out, Jeremy.
Yep, thank you. So for Life on the Farm, I'm Jeremy Hansen.
A number of local educators and volunteers were recognized at the annual FFA Alumni and Supporters Convention. Jenna Bergen of Chippewa Falls, Dan Robinson from Lamira, Sandra Dykes from Wyowega Fremont, Mariah Markhart, Walter Taylor, and Haley Kapinski, all of Oconto Falls, earned Outstanding Agriculture Educator Awards. Mary Handrick, a teacher from Denmark, was named the state winning educator. And the event also included a retirement address of State Association President Terry Wilfert of Mishicot. Grant Stazik from Bonduel was elected to fill her role. Congratulations to all. There is an upcoming fundraiser for Brown County Dairy Promotion, so we are digging into the work they do for our community. We say welcome to Stephanie Peterson from Brown County Dairy Promotion, and good morning to Jonathan and Amanda from Tundra Lodge Resort and Water Park.
Morning.
Good morning. Well, let's start with Dairy Promo overall. What is the function of your organization in our community?
So what we like to do is get out into the community and basically do agriculture education to all ages. We like to go to schools and then also just do the community events, whether it be farmers markets, things like that, to just reach everybody. And the most important message is to try to get across, where does our food come from?
And we're learning a lot about food at an upcoming fundraiser of yours, the Taste of Brown County. We do want to mention this year's event is sold out. They're already planning next year's event, and they want to make sure you follow along. Talk about what this event includes.
Yeah, so it's called, like she said, Brown County Taste of Wisconsin. And what we have is a bunch of food and a few drink vendors.
Okay.
You get your ticket. It's very casual. And you get to go from food station to food station, try all the delicious foods. We got desserts, appetizers, entrees, and then, like I said, a few beverages. And then we also have some great raffles, which I believe I sent some pictures. So yeah, I can see a couple of those. Money. Yeah, so just all that proceeds go to us again to help raise agricultural awareness in the community. And education in the community.
Certainly looks like a fun way to eat and explore. You do have one requirement, though, that the dish has to contain a Wisconsin commodity?
Yep. Okay. Not dairy, Wisconsin commodity. So that leaves a wide range of options to choose from for your food.
I want to congratulate Tundra Lodge because Chef Amanda got potatoes. We grill those. We got cheese, sour cream, and bacon. Check, 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 check. You did a great job.
Yes, thank you.
And what are you guys serving?
So we're doing a mashed potato bar, and it's actually one of our really big hits with a lot of people, events, weddings. So yeah, we make the potatoes, and then I set out separate toppings on the side. So everybody's different. Not everybody likes, you know, sour cream and whatnot in their potatoes. So that's what we are doing this year.
Well, I'll take it all. Do you want to get me a dish started?
Yes,
I want to talk a little bit
absolutely.
more with Jonathan about Tundra Lodge's involvement with community organizations like Dairy Promo. Why are you guys passionate about that?
So my main purpose is obviously you want to know where your food is coming from, and we also want to give organizations like them to be able to host events like these to bring awareness, education to obviously the youth and anyone who's interested in, you know, where our products come from. So to me, that's the more important is where is it coming from, and we obviously want the best of the best. So that's why it's pretty important to me to have, and to also have that personal connection with who is in charge of the event.
Wonderful. Well, Chef Amanda, it's fun to work with local ingredients too, I'd imagine.
Yes, absolutely. Here you are.
Here, thank you. I mean, I still have like 30 seconds left that I have to host the show, and then I'm going to eat potatoes. But talk to us about the rest of the year. You guys certainly beyond this event have a lot planned.
Yeah, of course. We have Brown County Breakfast on the Farm. We're still looking for book a host farm, but that's always the first weekend, usually in June. We have the upcoming Rails and Ales event. And then also special message for the educators. We do a school visit. So you can message us on Facebook, on our website, and we can come and do a school visit to all the way from kindergarten to high school. We work with FFA groups and 4-H.
Well, you heard that. If you have a farm in Brown County, they're looking for you to host Breakfast on the Farm this year. What a great time to dig into some food there and here as well. Thank you all for being here.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.